Hi everyone, Chaz916 here. Today I want to do a reaction and review video for the overview video Unearthed Arcana Expert Classes 1 D&D. Okay, basically I'm just going to cover some of my thoughts and reactions. We're going to take a look at some highlights, some announcements, and some news from that video. First things first, my reaction. Okay, just from what they said in this video and what they've said in the last video. In the last video, I was cautiously optimistic. I would say in this one, I am more optimistic. I really think that D&D is going to be moving in a good direction. And I think that we have a chance to help it to become an even better game than it already is. Okay, so let's take a look at the changes to the D20 test. Basically, they are changing, at least for this playtest, they are changing the rules for critical hits back to the way they are in 5e, and they're changing the 120 roll, auto crits and auto fails, back to the way they were in 5e. So let's take a look at what they have to say.
Critical hits.
Yes.
So you and I, in our video last time, talked about the fact that the previous Unearthed Arcana had a rule that we knew was very experimental,
Right.
and had a good chance of not being what the community was going to cheer for, but we were interested in seeing what do people think, because there were some angles to that rule that we were fascinated in seeing how can this serve the game. We've already seen some of the responses, and you're going to see this time that for the current version of the playtest, we are using the critical hit roll rule as it exists in the 2014 Player's Handbook. This time we don't have the universal rule of a 20 always succeeding and a 1 always failing. Instead, we are playing around with some other approaches. Although there, you're also going to find a familiar friend in that we're largely using the 2014 version of the rule, with the catch that this time we're testing rolling a 1 on a d20, giving you inspiration.
Okay, let's take a look at the next clip. This clip introduces the ability score feed. Well, for those of you who didn't see this one coming, you should have. So let's take a look.
Ability score improvement feat, which many fans rightly predicted is what was going to be coming. And sure enough, when you reach any of the levels that in the past where you would have gotten the ability score improvement feature, now you have the option of taking the ability score improvement feat, does exactly the same thing as the ability score improvement feature in the 2014 Player's Handbook, or you can take another feat of your choice.
Clip number 3. This is where they're introducing the 3 classes that we are going to be playtesting this round. So let's check that out real quick.
Leading the pack in this playtest for the classes are the Ranger, the Bard, and the Rogue.
Okay, so we're not going to go too much into the classes right now. I'm going to be delving into that stuff later. So let's go ahead and move on to the next clip.
And all the classes eventually get, we didn't touch upon this, also can get access to epic feats or epic boons.
That is right. Now, every class, what was previously their 20th level feature, they now get at 18th level. And instead, now at 20th level, those epic boons that are in the 2014 Dungeon Master's Guide, you now get one when you hit 20th level. Now, we have a suggested one for each class, but when you hit 20th level, you now get to pick. And those epic boons have been reimagined as feats, and many of them are also available in this Unearthed Arcana.
Okay, guys, the next clip is about ritual casting. And I'm kind of happy with the way that they're doing this. Actually, I'd like to see more of the spells that could be done as ritual casting. Okay, so let's take a look at this clip and see what they have to say.
So ritual spellcasting has changed, or rather, people have more access to it now.
Yes. So one of the many goodies in the rules glossary is the simple but important note that we are playtesting currently that basically if you can cast a spell and it has the ritual tag, you have the option of casting it as a ritual. In the past, a character had to have a feature that specifically unlocked rituals for them, and we've decided to experiment instead with just the ability of, again, if you can cast the spell and it has the ritual tag, you have the option of casting it as a ritual.
Alright folks, I got one more clip to show you, and this is basically a survey update, which kind of gives you a hint on where it is now.
And the response has been tremendous. As of today, over 40,000 people have completed the survey.
Okay folks, thanks for hanging in here with me and for checking this out. I am working on another video which I hope to have up not long after this one. So I hope that you will check back. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Alright, goodbye for now. Bye bye.